Back in December, it was revealed that even more classified documents were found at Mar-a-Lago. And only this week did we find out, to a degree, the story behind how that happened. And it's so much dumber than I think anybody could have predicted. Like, it's really incredibly stupid. So here's what happened. There was a junior aide known as the receptionist of the United States, the Rotis. And this junior aide was working in an office for Donald Trump at a property off-site from Mar-a-Lago. In September of 2022, 1 month after the FBI went to Mar-a-Lago and it became hugely publicized that Trump had been hoarding these classified documents, which legally he is not allowed to have, everybody in the world knew that Donald Trump at that point was in a document scandal because he had classified documents and he wasn't allowed to have them. That was obvious to everybody, including this junior aide who was working off-site. So then in September, a month later, the guy who had been working at Mar-a-Lago left and they said, hey, since he's gone and we got this office cleared up now, why don't you, off-site lady, come work at Mar-a-Lago, right? Pack up all your stuff and bring it down to Mar-a-Lago. So she packs up her stuff, travels down the street, brings it into Mar-a-Lago, and one of the things that she brought in was a box with multiple documents marked classified. A month after she and the entire world learned that Trump wasn't allowed to have these classified documents, she brings a box of classified documents into Mar-a-Lago. But instead of letting his lawyers know, or instead of reaching out to the National Archives or the DOJ conducting the investigation saying, hey, by the way, when I was packing up, I found these documents here, so y'all need to come get them. Here they are. Take them. Let's get them the hell out of here. They're taking up space anyway. She didn't do that. Instead, another staffer at Mar-a-Lago said, hey, why don't you scan those into the computer? So she opens them up, digitizes them, puts them on the computer. And during this time, we're talking about October and November, Trump's team hired a group of independent contractors to look at other Trump sites, make sure there weren't any more classified documents. And they said, no, this isn't good enough. The DOJ did. And they said, we need a deeper investigation, go back, double check everything. And then that, of course, in December is when they found out that this junior aide had these documents. And when they asked her, this is the best part. They're like, hey, how do you know what all's here? We need an inventory. And she says, aha, don't worry, for I can provide this to you because I've scanned them into the computer. At that point, the DOJ flipped out. They're like, what the, why? Why have you done this? Give us the GD computer. So they had to take the computer, which, by the way, Trump's lawyers provided, but they said, no, you cannot come to Mar-a-Lago to get it. We will bring it to you, which immediately with the DOJ raised like a million red flags. Like, that doesn't seem right, but okay, as long as we get it, because we got to get it now, we'll deal with the weirdness of that later. So that's the story. This junior aide, after watching all of this unfold, literally working for the guy, Donald Trump, who's in trouble for classified documents, picks up her own box of classified documents a month later and says, come with me to Mar-a-Lago. There you go. I don't need to tell anybody you exist. I'm going to put you in the computer now and digitize you. Yay, I'm so good at my job. What a fun day. Look, I don't usually advocate for people losing their jobs, but if you're that dumb, I'm sorry, but you probably don't need to be working in an area where you might have access to classified information. That kind of seems like a really disgusting oversight. And this individual should have immediately called the DOJ, the NSA, Trump's lawyers, anybody, really anybody, and said, by the way, I found these documents, come and get them. That's all she had to do, and it wouldn't have been a problem. It wouldn't have been news. But the more we're finding out about this, which by the way, most of this info just came out like 2 days ago, the worse it looks for both the aide and everybody down there at Mar-a-Lago, including Trump. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.